It's Fernando Ruiz Art.
Hi everybody, welcome back. It has been a while. So what you're looking at right now is a Die Kitty Die blank sketch cover. So what I want to do is jump right into what we're going to be doing today, and then as I go, I want to catch up everybody with what's been going on, because it has been a long time since my last video. It's been about a month since I posted my last new one, maybe a little bit over. So let's jump in and we'll catch up as I go. So what I'm gonna do is unbag this ultra rare collector's item blank sketch cover of the classic Die Kitty Die #1. So on the inside, of course, is the regular issue of Die Kitty Die, the classic first issue, which started it all. And there we go. I drew some of that. I drew all of that, actually. And this, of course, is wrapped in a blank sketch cover. Now, this cover is actually going out to a subscriber of the channel, Sean Callahan. And Sean won the big 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So as part of his prize, and he actually, for the big 1,000 subscriber giveaway, we actually gave out a whole batch of prizes. It wasn't just one item this time. So among his many prizes, he did get this blank sketch cover, on which he gets a full figure, full color commission of the character of his choice. And Sean opted for Archie. So he's picked a character I've got plenty of experience with. So this one will be a fairly easy one for me. So as you can see, I've jumped in. I've worked out what I wanted to do in my head, and I actually did off camera here. Maybe I could bring it in. I actually scribbled out a little sketch here of the pose that I want to give Archie. That goes with the idea I had in my head. Usually with most poses, I don't like to just wing it. You know, if I've got something in my head, I don't want to just jump into the page and hope it comes out okay. I like to plan it out on scrap paper, and sometimes it's really small. Like if you look at this, and yeah, these are sketches for other stuff that I'm planning out here too. Some spaceship designs. That's a young Steve Rogers for something else that I'm planning. Maybe I'll talk about it later. But that Archie pose, I didn't want to just jump in and hope the pose turned out the way I wanted to. I planned it out beforehand. So I very roughly have his figure down. So now I'm going to go in and noodle some details. So this piece is one of many commissions that I really need to catch up on. That I've got a little bit of a backlog of commissions. I'm still doing some Die Kitty Die commissions for last year's Die Kitty Die Kickstarter. So you guys who have been hanging in there waiting, thank you very much for your patience. Now the big news. And those of you who've been following me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, you guys are already aware of this because I announced it a while ago. And many of you are aware that I teach at the Kubert School, the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon Art, the legendary Joe Kubert School, which is also where I graduated from. And it's the school where Archie Comics found me. They found me during one of our portfolio reviews. The late Victor Gorelick came out to the school to review the graduating students' portfolios, and he came out with the legendary Dan DeCarlo, the legendary Archie artist Dan DeCarlo. And that was where Victor found me and hired me. He hired me pretty immediately. And a week after I graduated, I got my first Archie story. And as many of you know, I was with them for a good 22 years, drawing, writing, mostly drawing. And aside from my work at Archie, I have been teaching at the school. This year is actually my 26th year teaching at the school. And as we wrapped up our school year this past May, everybody was going off on summer vacation. The opportunity came up to apply for a position, a full-time position at the school as the admissions director. Admissions officer. That's the official title. So I applied, and luckily, fortunately, I got the gig. So that is ever since last month, really my official start date, although I was doing some training, some shadowing of our former admissions officer, the legendary Captain Lloyd Briggery, who really taught me a lot. We had a good time during my training. But I took over for him officially on June 1st. So that's what I've been doing, and that's why I've been a little slow to make new videos. And if you've been following me on the social media, Facebook, Instagram, a little bit on Twitter, a lot on LinkedIn, actually. I like to post on LinkedIn. I reach different people on LinkedIn. But if you followed me on those, and by the way, when it comes to my social media, I always post links to all my social media in the description below. So if you don't follow me and you'd like to, just check out the description below, and you'll get links to my my pages on all those sites. But I've talked about this on those sites. I've talked about the new job. So I've been doing the new job. Now, what some people ask is, what does the admissions director or the admissions officer do? It's really a lot of paperwork, honestly. I'm not the one who interviews the students. That is handled by our academic supervisor. Nor do I decide who gets in. A lot of people think that's what the admissions officer does. What I essentially do is help people through the application process, through their really just sort their forms, start files on our applicants, and just make sure to answer all of their questions and deal with any problems that may come up while they're trying to enroll at the school. So, believe it or not, there's plenty to do. I've been at it a month now. I'm getting comfortable in what I do. But there's plenty to do. So how's Archie looking here? So I always, whenever I get these commissions, and especially with Archie, where somebody asks for like a single figure, a single character like this, I don't just like to draw the character just kind of standing there looking, like he's posing for a picture. Which is kind of ironic given what I've got Archie doing in this one. Archie's taking a selfie here. This, by the way, is my rolling ruler, my famous rolling ruler, which I like to use to draw my straight lines. So as I was saying, I don't like to just have Archie standing there looking like he's just posing in a lineup. I like for there to be a little bit of a narrative, a little bit of a joke, especially with Archie, because he's so associated with humor. So that's why I'm doing this little selfie bit with him. And that's one of the things that I like to think about when I plan things out in those tiny little sketches like I showed you before. Is there going to be a gag? And that's the sort of thing. You're not going to make that up on the fly, you know. I mean, maybe you can, but I also don't like to leave that up to chance much. So I've got Archie, and he's pretty much just about done. And now the real punchline here is, and this may not necessarily be a rip-roaring punchline, but somebody's throwing a pie at him as he's taking his selfie. So maybe off panel somewhere, there's a Reggie or somebody is tossing Archie a pie at Archie as he takes his selfie. And this will be in color, so I will be inking Archie here, and that may be another video. Or maybe I'll do that as a time-lapse thing at the end of this video, just to let you guys see it. But I'll also be coloring this one too, and that will certainly have to be a separate video. Now, the winner, Sean Callahan, who requested this Archie, the only thing he stipulated in his request, he just said an Archie, but the only thing he stipulated was that Archie wear a flannel shirt. So, fine, we could do that easily enough. Give Archie a nice flannel shirt, and this will also, it'll be more flannel once I add the color. So that's what I've been doing. The other thing is, the other aspect of my new responsibilities is I also do tours. I conduct tours at the Kubert School. So if anybody ever wants a tour, just reach out to me. And my new email at the Kubert School now is admissions@kubertschool.edu. So if there's anybody out there who's thinking about applying, and we're still taking applications for the 2021-2022 school year. So if you're wondering what to do with yourselves in the next in the upcoming school year, and you've got an interest in drawing, you've got some art ability, hey, reach out. Let's see what we can do for you. So Archie here, he is just about penciled. So I want to thank everybody who has been hanging in there with the channel during these times. Believe it or not, even as I haven't done much on the channel, and I know some of you have posted questions, and I always like to address your questions myself personally, so I will be catching up with that too. But I want to thank everybody who's hung in there, and you know, you've remained a fan of the channel. I hope to make the videos regular again. I gotta see how my time goes, how my schedule goes. I hope to be back at least a video a week. I like to do. So again, if you got ideas for videos, you got suggestions, please put them into the comments below. And as always, because it has been a while, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I make videos. I'm going to be making videos about once a week. I'd like to do a little bit more a week, but at least once a week. But please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. Feel free to share. Don't be shy. Help spread the word on the channel. And if you subscribe, don't forget to hit that little bell. And I think that's it. And keep tuning in. So that's Archie in the pencil stage. What do you think? Good enough? So inks are coming next. So stay tuned. Keep watching. And as always, keep drawing. Thanks a lot, everybody.